Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever had that dreaded check engine light pop up and pulled a P00B7 code, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving deep into what this code means, what causes it, and most importantly, how to fix it without just throwing parts at your car. So, what exactly is P00B7? The official description is engine coolant flow low performance thing. In simple terms, your car's computer, the PCM, has detected a problem with how the coolant is moving through the engine. This isn't just about being low on coolant, it's about the flow itself being restricted or insufficient. Modern engines have very sophisticated cooling systems with multiple sensors to ensure they operate at the perfect temperature for efficiency and emissions. P00B7 code is triggered when the actual coolant temperature, measured by a sensor, doesn't match the temperature the PCM expects it to be under the current driving conditions. It's like the engine is saying, hey, I should be warming up faster than this, or I'm not cooling down as I should be. Now, let's talk about the common culprits. The number one cause for a P00B7, especially on newer vehicles, is a faulty electronic thermostat. Unlike old-school thermostats that just open and close based on temperature, modern ones are electronically controlled by the PCM. This allows for much more precise temperature management. However, they have more components that can fail, like the internal heating element or the position sensor. If the thermostat gets stuck open, your engine will take forever to warm up, triggering the code. If it's stuck closed, you'll overheat, but the low-flow code can still appear before a full overheat condition happens. Another major cause is the engine coolant temperature sensor itself. There are often two of them, one at the radiator outlet and another on the engine block or cylinder head. The PCM compares the readings from these two sensors. If one sensor is sending bad data, the computer will see a temperature difference that doesn't make sense, leading it to believe there's a flow problem. So, a bad sensor could be tricking your car into thinking there's a blockage, when everything is actually fine. Of course, we can't ignore the more traditional issues. A low coolant level is the simplest thing to check. If the level is too low, air gets into the system, and that can cause all sorts of erratic flow and sensor readings. Always make sure your coolant is topped up to the correct level in the reservoir when the engine is cool. And then there's the water pump. The water pump is the heart of your cooling system, responsible for circulating the coolant. If the pump is failing, its impeller might be worn down, corroded, or even slipping on its shaft. This means it's not pushing coolant with enough force, leading to a low-flow condition. While less common than a bad thermostat on newer cars, a failing water pump is definitely a serious possibility you need to consider, especially on higher mileage vehicles. Finally, don't forget about potential blockages. Over time, sediment and rust can build up inside your radiator, heater core, or the coolant passages in the engine block itself. This is more likely if the cooling system hasn't been properly maintained with regular coolant flushes. A physical restriction will quite literally cause a low-flow situation and trigger that P00B7 code. So, how do we diagnose this properly? First, check your coolant level. It's easy and free. If it's low, top it up, clear the codes, and see if it comes back. Next, use a good OBD2 scanner that can read live data. You want to monitor both engine coolant temperature sensors. When you start the car cold, they should read about the same, close to the ambient air temperature. As the engine warms up, you should see them rise together. Once the thermostat opens, you should see the temperature at the radiator sensor start to climb rapidly as hot coolant flows past it. If one sensor is stuck or reading erratically, you've likely found your problem. If the sensors look good, the next step is to check the thermostat. You can feel the upper radiator hose chewed. Stay relatively cool until the engine reaches operating temperature. Then it should get hot very quickly. If it warms up slowly along with the engine, the thermostat is likely stuck open. If the engine starts to get hot but the hose stays cool, it's likely stuck closed. 40. Electronically controlled thermostats. Diagnosis can be more complex and may require a bidirectional scan tool to command it open and closed. If all else fails, you might be looking at a water pump issue or an internal blockage, which are more involved repairs. But by following these diagnostic steps in order, you can save a lot of time and money. Start with the simple stuff first, before jumping to the most expensive conclusions. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this guide helps you tackle that P00B7 code with confidence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more DIY repair guides. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.